LoreWarrior Online. CES-3R Caesar. Overview. Originally based upon a reversed-engineered cataphract, the Caesar was designed by Johnston Industries to hide the development of the Axeman. While the Caesar turned out to be a quality mech in its own right, sales never really took off as expected. With other concerns, the line continued with mediocre sales until the conclusion of the Federated Commonwealth Civil War. The need to rebuild throughout the Inner Sphere led Johnston's marketing department to interview mech warriors about the Caesar. By far, the majority agreed that the Caesar was a good, but not a great mech. And to this end, Johnston is now seeking to reinvigorate Caesar sales with a pair of new variants. Capabilities. Armed with a Gauss rifle and extended-range PPC, the Caesar boasts good long-range firepower with decent mobility. 4 medium pulse lasers, 2 forward and 2 rear firing, are added for short-range protection. The strongest point of the Caesar is its heat dissipation, allowing the mech to enter a melee firing all of its weapons with hardly any heat build-up. This makes it a popular choice in missions to areas of extremely high temperature. Deployment. Most Caesars were sold to the Federated Commonwealth. While produced in the Capella March, the mech was equally popular with the Lyran side, with smaller sales made to numerous mercenaries working for the Fedcom as well as the Comguards. And while the Civil War took a toll on the Caesars, there are still plenty operating near the clan and Capellan borders. The Caesar was very successful in operations against the clans. Units find that if they use both the Falconer and the Caesar, the similar weapon load could often be used to confuse the enemy. The Caesar's most glowing success was in the Adnan Wastes on Dustball. With temperatures that reduced heat sinks to half their efficiency, the Caesar was able to maintain consistent fire rate with its primary weapons, while clan units often had weapons that were essentially useless, or mechs carrying loads that were not suited for non-energy-based weaponry. Variants. Johnston's 2 most recent variants have been greeted well by mech warriors. By focusing on their 2 main markets, the Lyran Alliance and the Federated Suns, designers have used technology and weapon loads that would appeal not only to the mech warrior, but also to the quartermasters. The CES-3S is intended primarily for Lyran sales and uses a light engine for increased durability and a cheaper price tag at the cost of increased weight. To offset this, full heat sinks are removed and an endosteel chassis and light ferrofibrous armour are used. The Gauss rifle and arm-mounted pulse lasers remain, but the PPC is upgraded to a heavy version. The rear-firing lasers are replaced with a centre-mounted ER small, while ECM equipment has been installed beneath the Gauss rifle. For the AFFS, Johnston increased the mobility in the new CES-4R with Myoma acceleration signal circuitry. The popular Poland main model A remains, but the PPC has been changed to a snub-nose version for better short-range firepower. The rear-firing lasers have again been removed and replaced with a centre-mounted ER medium and 2 forward-firing ER medium lasers being added. This required the removal of 3 heatsinks, though an additional ton of armour was added, and it was upgraded to ferrofibrous. Notable mech warriors. Lieutenant Hannah McQuarters. McQuarters and her Caesar known as Gertrude helped the 1st Kestrel Grenadier secure a victory over the Nanking SMM during the Civil War. Having replaced her medium pulse lasers with 8 forward-firing extended versions, she would bait enemy units into closing and then unleash the searing barrage. This was extremely successful in the Battle of Huai River Valley, when a lance of Nanking SMM mechs found her alone and managed to carve her right side in with long-range firepower. The enemy, believing Gertrude was down to basically short-range weapons, would come closer to McQuarters when she caught them off guard, killing a Whitworth and a Griffin when they closed to medium range. As the remaining 2 Blackjacks attempted to withdraw, their weak back armour proved a tempting target and the cause of their demise. Yvonne Davian presented McQuarters with a new CES-4R along with her Federated Commonwealth star, as Gertrude did not survive the Civil War.